Hi guys, today I would like to talk about my weight loss story and some tips and tricks that I would be giving you all after I finish off talking and rambling. First of all, the first thing I want to say that I haven't even reached the half of what I would want to be like if it's a little bit, if I am right now this much, I have another half to lose. This is confusing. Let's take it in this way that I have a long way to go and it would take another year for me to reach what I ideally want to. So yes, it's just a way of saying that right now I have a long way to go and I have to keep on exercising. The basic thing is constant motivation, which should keep you moving, which should move you to just work towards your goal. Then I would like to say why. Why weight loss? Why would you want to lose weight? As for me, when I'm not thin or slim right now, I'm still fat, but then I was fatter than this, and I was told numerous amounts of times that Shreya, you need to lose weight, you need to lose weight, you need to lose weight. And it didn't affect me. It seriously didn't affect me. Anything I would do for just a week and then I would say, okay, I can't do this because I can't see any results. And I wouldn't do anything. I would not do anything. And my family, my friends, my relatives, everyone was like, you need to lose weight. You would look really great if you lose. But it didn't affect me. What I kept on thinking was that, the first thing that came to my mind, if someone loves me, I don't need to change for them. I took everything I could just to defend my weight, my fatness, and everything. Even doctors, I didn't even listen to them. My mother and my brother has thyroid. My brother has thyroid from birth, and I don't have it. Touch wood, yeah, touch wood, and the doctors told that she doesn't have it right now, but she can develop it if she keeps on gaining weight and things like that. But it didn't affect me. Somehow it just got filtered out of my brain. It never, got to my consciousness that yes, I need to lose weight. I'm not looking good. It never got into my consciousness. But a few months ago, basically 6 to 7 months ago, uh, I'll tell you what happened. A year ago, almost on 25th January, a day before my birthday, my grandfather passed away. It was the first time that I had lost anyone from my family, someone close to me. And if I cry during the video, I'm sorry, I don't want to, but it's still a very touchy topic for me to go to. Yeah, I lost my grandfather, and he lived in another state and I am here in another state. So my mom sent me and my brother back because we had our school and our exams going on. So I came back. And because I didn't knew how to handle it, I took to binge eating. Yes, I took to binge eating. I would eat for everything and anything. I would just gorge on food, and I just didn't know how to just emote and just get out of that mode. I still am not over his death, to be very frank. But yes, I just used to eat food, and around August last year, I had bloated so much. Just even the biggest of clothes, I'm not joking guys, this top which I'm wearing right now, it is supposed to be a loose fit like it's fitting now, but last year around August time, it used to just cling on to me. It used to cling on to me because I had bloated like anything. I took to binge eating because I didn't knew how to handle all that emotions going on, and I just used to gorge on food. And anyone out there who's binge eating, don't think that you're not mentally stable or anything. It's just that it's just a phase. All you need just a little bit of right direction. And then because of I had taken a psychology, I have psychology, and they were telling about binge eating. I was one of the few lucky ones who got it at the right time. Many people don't. And I just started to read about why, and I got to know that oh my god, I am binge eating. What I thought was just I'm having a little bit of snacks, but it was actually binge eating. So I put my foot down at that time and I said, at that time everyone was saying to me, "Ki, you've just bloated so much. Like, what has happened to you? You were looking good when you were chubby or fat, but now you've grown obese, and there's a difference between being fat and obese and looking good and not looking good. And I wasn't looking good. And one day I just woke up, I saw myself into the mirror, and I was like, this is no more me. And that day I put my foot down, and literally I put my foot down and started to walk. And I have lost weight. I'm not saying that I'm done, and I told you in the beginning, I'm not done. I have a long way to go. But it's just to tell you all that, it's just a little bit of motivation and right direction. And I would love to help you guys if you need the right direction, because I got it when I need it. If you need any help psychologically, you can just comment below, message me. If you don't want to comment and let the world see it, you can message me, and I would love to help you, because it's not easy. I have been through it, and I know it's not easy. And my mom knows that I was binge eating, and it's very difficult for me even now to just not, binge and gorge on food like that. I have to literally stop myself, and I have to literally do something to just take my mind off it. But I am trying, and I know I would succeed in it, because I have my family, I have my support, I have my motivation. So if you need any help from any point of view, just comment below or message me. And that was my weight loss story, and I literally feel good, I feel better, and I feel I have more stamina, and I feel more free. When you're fat, walking is a very big task. It's a very big task, just to do anything, and you just feel like out of breath. But now I feel that I have developed much more stamina, and I would be able to do much more work than I was, doing earlier. This was my weight loss story. If you want any help, as I said, you can comment below or message me, and I would be having some general tips coming up which I follow myself, and I would hope that these help you as well. So please keep on watching. The most important thing is to have a nice body image in your mind. Do not negatively pursue your body image, and accept how you look. I have a video on body image and acceptance, and I would link it in the bottom bar, so make sure to check that out as well. And for that, I would also recommend this book. It's Nobody is Perfect. It's by Kimberly Kerberger, or however it's pronounced, the writer, one of the main writers from Chicken Soup Stories. And I love this book because it shows us, you have to make peace with the fact that your overall body image and body structure does play a role. As for me, I am a person, I'll just give you a look down. I am a person who has broad body structure. I have broad shoulders, broad bone structure. You have to make your peace with that, and I have made peace with that, because I know after a point of time I won't be able to slim down more because of my body structure and how my broad bones are placed. And if you don't make your peace with that, you're always going to stay frustrated, angry, irritated. Why can't I slim down more? Why can't I just go more slimmer? It's just that it won't happen, because your body structure does play a major role in it. And secondly, about body image, you should have a healthy body image, not that you want to go down to a size 0 or size minus. Even there are minus sizes, and don't go for something that is irrational. Like other day I was reading in my Femina that girls, to have a more tiny waistline, maximum you can go down naturally is 24 to 25 inches. That is the maximum. People want to have even more tiny waistlines, and what they're doing, they're getting rib resurrection. Rib resurrection, what basically means is that the floating ribs that we have here, with the floating ribs, they get those removed, because if they don't get that removed, we have a bone structure here and we can't slim down more. They get these removed just to get a tinier waist, which is basically you're leaving your vital organs unprotected, because the ribs protect your organs, and they're just leaving it to be on their own. So which is something very irrational according to me. You should have a healthy image. What are you going to do with the 18-inch or 20-inch waistline if your vital organs like stomach and heart are not functioning? Nothing. So basically, have a healthy body image. You want to look fine, and not everybody going and saying, oh my god, she's painfully thin. Painfully thin is a term that is used for someone whom you actually look like, oh my god, she's just too much thin. You don't want to be that. You want to be someone, she has a perfect body. Perfect as in, healthy body, not too thin or too fat. Healthy body. You want to be that, and not someone who's too thin or, too fat. So I hope you get the point of a healthy body image and accepting your body structure. These are the basic two most important things which you have to accept before starting with any exercise. You have to make your peace with your body structure and body. When you start with the exercises, don't straight away go to heavy exercising and in one day you're doing everything all together. Start with small little sections and do light exercises first. Like I am doing walking, so you can walk for an hour daily. I walk for an hour daily. So but if you're joining a gym or you're trying to do pilates or core workouts as such, you don't need to do everything in one go, because that would just exhaust you and next day you won't be able to do anything. Trust me, been through that as well. So I'm just saying, you can start off small little sections that you keep going your energy. You have energy as well the next day, so you can do it continuously rather than burning out in one go. So it's more of, you do it slightly, step by step, so that you build up your stamina that way. First of all, have green tea. Green tea is a really good kind of helper in weight reducing. So I have my cup of green tea daily. Personally, I prefer Twinings of London pure green tea. It comes in a box like this. It has 25 bags, sachets for I'll show you one. It comes in bags like these, which are the dip kind of baggies, which you can just put in hot water and you have your green tea right there. So I drink 1 cup of this green tea every day. You can basically, I would prefer having it in after I have worked out or walked or have have exercised, but you can take it before going to bed as well. That works good too. So go ahead, have your cup of green tea. It helps in just digesting your food, helps in bowel movements, and helps in just reducing your weight. Once you're involved in cardio, you need to make sure, like cardio like jogging, walking, running, you need to make sure that the shoes that you're going for are very, very comfortable. They have nice cushioning, they give you a nice push, and they also provide support while you're walking or jogging or running. Also, shoes are very, very important for any other exercise, like you're doing pilates or obliques. One must wear shoes because they keep your foot intact and let it just minimize injuries. Because when you're walking and running, the type of shoes that you wear, the sole and the kind of support and push that they give you, they minimize injury. If you're running and you're not wearing the right kind of shoe, you can have injuries on your calves, on your hamstrings, and you can pull a muscle or two. So the ones that I personally wear are these Nike Max that I showed them in my haul video, and I'm really loving it for the fact that they have air balance right here. So when you're basically walking and you put pressure on your foot, they contract, and then when you're walking up back, they give you a kind of push from beneath, so that you are very comfortable and you are walking with more ease. They're very nicely cushioned. If you can see inside, it's actually socks left the residue. They're very cushiony and they're very comfortable, so when you're walking your foot doesn't hurt. Make sure that whenever you're purchasing a shoe, the cushioning at the back as well as on the tongue of the shoe should be really, really nice, so that the foot doesn't hurt or it doesn't cut the foot. Another thing that it's very necessary that you see the sole should be very straight for walking and running shoes. If it is a kind of in heels, the sole goes back and it has a curve right where the arch of your feet is. For walking, it should be straight because your foot needs to have a straight movement while you're walking. Also, make sure that when you're buying a shoe for walking, that your foot should have at least half an inch space in the front panel. So your foot basically should end till here maximum, because when you're walking, your foot goes back and forth as you walk. You go like this, so your foot does move in front. And if you have like completely fitting shoe, you can have ulcers because the shoe is getting in contact with your foot way too much. So make sure that it has at least half an inch space for your foot to have a free movement. Also, the sole should be thick, because when you're walking, it should give you maximum support, and if there's a nail or anything and it just gets stuck, it doesn't get to your foot. And it should be thick, just so in case that you are comfortable while walking. So the type of shoe that you pick up is really, really important. So next time you go for shoe shopping, make sure that you are very, very comfortable. Only then you invest in your walking. One thing that I would like to mention is that weigh yourself. I know this would seem like so general and something like, oh my gosh, what is she saying? But yes, many people, including even myself, I did not weigh myself. Once you're fat, you get this into your psyche that weighing yourself is a kind of an embarrassment. Like, oh my gosh, am I that heavy? And when somebody asks you what's your weight, you were like, I don't know. And that's why you say I don't weigh myself, so I don't know. That is one thing that almost I think every fat person would do. As for I am concerned, I did not weigh myself even before starting my exercise, which I think is one of the biggest stupidity that I ever did, because if you don't know your weight, you do not know from where you're falling down. Like if, for example, take a person who weighs 80 kilos, if they come down at 78, they do not know that they've lost 2 kgs or how much they've lost. They keep on guessing, was I 85 or was I 80, how much have I lost? That is something that everybody keeps on thinking. So you must always weigh yourself, even though if you feel a little bit embarrassed about it, it's alright. Accept who you are. Once you accept it, it's only then you can start towards improving. Weight loss would be preceded by inch loss. You would lose your inches first rather than the actual weight. So if you're looking for rapid weight loss, that is like because some people can do it for health reasons, because if you're heavyweight, then your bones also get crumpled, your arteries get crumpled, and many other parts. So you should know that you would lose your inches first. So also keep on measuring your inches with an inchy tape or something like that. You can use different things, that's to you, but know that you will lose your inches first. So don't get demotivated if you don't lose the weight as quickly, because you are losing inches and it is showing in your physique and opinion. A very important thing is to find a motive. I won't lie, as for me, it started out with a boy, alright, but after 4-5 months of what I would have, 3-4 months, it didn't work out as I would have liked it. But that doesn't mean that I stopped my exercises. You find another motive. It could be a family function, you want to look nice in that, or it could be anything. But find something that you want to work for. Right now I have a school function coming up in which I have to wear a sari, and I know I want to look really great and fabulous that day, so I'm working for it. And there are then other family functions, there are weddings that are coming up, so I have to look good in them. So that's what keeps me going on, that yes, Shreya, you have to work for that and you have to get that perfect figure. So find a motive which would move you. So just find that one motive and work for that. You should know that there's a difference between dieting and starving yourself. Dieting is basically eating healthier food which is less on carbohydrates and complex fats. Sorry, simple fats. Complex fats are good for you, simple fats are not. While starving is that completely not eating anything and just starving your body, because you should not you should not go for starvation, because our body is very intelligent. If you don't eat for days and you don't eat at all, and even if you eat then a little bit of anything, your body is going to store that fats, because you do need fats to just work out, and just for every simple task in your life, even sitting down and standing up needs energy, and your body would store that fat, which would lead to even more weight gain. So you should not go for starving yourself, but go for healthy diets. Use food, don't stop eating, you eat foods which are good for you, vegetables and then fruits and proteins. Eat good food, and simple fats are something like sugar and all, which you should avoid, not cut down. You should go for more complex fats which our body uses for day-to-day purposes, and simple fats are something that just gets accumulated in our body. So don't go for starvation, but go for diet, a healthy diet, not cutting down on everything. That is one very important thing, is to be wearing comfortable clothes while working out. Any kind of workout needs to you be in perfect and comfortable shape, because if you're wearing something very tight while working out, your blood won't circulate, and if it won't circulate, the fat would burn as well, because our fat is also in our blood, and it needs to get circulated for that fat to be kind of sucked out to make you work out and just get that energy while working out. So I right now have just come back from my walk, and this is how I look. I just go back and show you. I hope you can see me. I'm wearing lowers which are very loose and comfortable, and I'm wearing just a plain top. I basically would suggest either you wear dry cool or there's those workout t-shirts which are synthetic and they're like quick dry, or what are they called? I'm not able, the jerseys which are the synthetic fiber, or you go for cotton, because cotton is very absorbent and it would just absorb all the sweat and the precipitation that you have. So either go for pure cotton. I'm wearing cotton because the other tops are not actually very they're not actually very skin friendly for me. climber cool. I remember climber cool, you go for climber cool, but I would be wearing climber cool when it's really hot, just for the time when I'm working out. I've got some new t-shirts just to work out. So you can go for either cotton or go for climber cool, dry cool, whatever, the workout clothes that the sports companies specifically make. But make sure that you're in comfortable clothes which are a little loose, so that your blood can circulate properly while you're working out and your fats get burned nicely. What is your final aim, a basic goal, and work towards it accordingly. It could be a weight that you want to achieve, a perfect weight, a perfect size, or something that you want to fit into, but know your major goal and the final position, and it would really help in motivating you and just keep you on going that yes, I have to achieve that. So know where your final goal lies in.